What is that supposed to be?
Oh, it's nothing special. It's just my bass cannon!
Oh boy, that animation has me walking on the internet's thin ice again. Hey, I thought Vinyl Scratch would make a good match for this game. Bullet Audyssey. I mean, it's a rhythm-based bullet hell shooter. Sounds like a weird little combination, but Cellar Games manages to make this bizarre-sounding hybrid of games work, so to them, I commend them for it. Now, contrary to the intro animation I made for some bizarre reason, the goal of this game is not to keep DJ Pon-3 and her bass cannon from taking over the universe, though I guess you can imagine that if you want. This game has a one-paragraph excuse plot. Apparently these euphony gods, or however you pronounce that, stole our world, so we built the Odyssey fleet to take them back. Who are these euphony gods? I have no clue. They could be ponies, they could be the Black Hole Army, they could be 4chan trolls, I haven't a clue. Imagine whatever you want. For those of you unfamiliar with what a bullet hell shooter is, usually you go through waves of weaker enemies, just constantly shooting at them, and then you get to the boss, constantly shoot at that, and dodge a crap ton of bullets until it dies. This game, you go straight to the boss fight on each level. No foreplay, you just go right in there. So you have to bring the boss's health to 0 by the time the song ends. So it's a bullet hell shooter. You just start shooting, right? Nope. If you played the tutorial on the loading screen, which, with our internet connections today, who's going to do that, you know that you have to absorb energy with the absorb aura that's around your ship that goes along to the beat. So, fly your ship near bullets, get some energy, shoot whenever you can, right? Nope, you're wrong again. The longer you fire at once, the more overcharge you build up, meaning you fire bullets faster and faster the longer you shoot, so you do more damage by unleashing a full energy bar all at once than in short bursts. Which brings a little bit of strategy to a genre that normally consists of the hold down that fire button strategy. Seriously, in these bullet hell shooters you usually have no reason not to keep a little lead weight on your fire key. Oh, and you might want to use your slow-mo, which also uses your energy, especially on those later levels. So there is that too. Although on later levels you're usually dodging so many bullets that you're getting energy constantly, so you're not usually worrying about that. You're trying to figure out how you can get enough good openings to fire at the boss before the song ends and it escapes. Your ship also gets upgraded in different areas as you complete the levels. There are 19 levels, including the final one, so there are 18 upgrades in 5 different areas of your ship. There's your absorb aura, allowing you to absorb bullet energy in a wider radius, energy capacity, extending your energy meter, overcharge, increasing the number of bullets you fire when you go into overcharge, hit points, making your ship more durable, and slowdown drain, which decreases the energy it takes to go into slow motion. There's also your bullet damage, which is increased in 2 different ways. The first is by beating a level without losing any lives, that adds 2% to your bullet damage for a perfect run. The second is by leveling up, which either increases your bullet damage by 4% or increases your number of lives by 1. So there is a reward for both persistence and for skill. Speaking of the lives system is an interesting mechanic in this game, although I'm not sure whether to like it or hate it. The game gives you a fixed number of lives for the whole game, though like I said, leveling up sometimes does give you another one. If you lose a life or lives on a level, the game keeps track of that, and the only way to get those lives back is to go to that level again and do better, gaining the difference back. Part of me likes this system. It means you need to master the earlier levels to have a better chance at the later levels. Though part of me doesn't really like it, it kind of seems like you're just punishing the weak. I mean, if you're doing these levels perfectly, you probably don't need all those extra lives in the first place. So I'm not quite sure whether to like the live system or not, but it is at least unique. If you happen to have a slow computer, you might run into a bit of a problem. You see, the game is meant to run at a very specific speed since the levels are synced up to the songs. Like I said, it's a rhythm-based bullet hell shooter. So if your computer experiences slowdown, you get frame skipping because the game will try its darndest to not slow down, and your control gets really laggy. For recording this, I had to download the SWF file because playing it in the browser and recording at the same time was horrendously awful. I mean, it was just bad. So no Congregate achievements for me, but I don't care. I liked this game enough that I don't care about any stinking achievements. On a bit of a stranger note, I kept thinking of Gitaroo Man as I played this game. I mean, you have an enemy that takes a ton of hits, and a protagonist that can only take a few. Or maybe I just have that impression because I played Gitaroo Man on Masters Mode too much. But yes, you keep having these music battles that get harder and harder as you go along, and you have a random calm song in both games. Here it's some classical sounding song, and in Gitaroo Man it's the acoustic legendary theme. Love that song, by the way. We have a classical song in here. You know, maybe Octavia took over for a few boss fights here. I don't know, as long as we're making crap up about the story and all. I might have thought this resemblance to Gitaroo Man was coincidental if it wasn't for the final boss, when this happens. Yeah, you go Super Saiyan, just like in Gitaroo Man's final boss fight. I mean, yeah, at this point I'm thinking it just can't be sheer coincidence. The final boss fight is different from all the other boss fights in that there's no time limit and the song keeps changing. So you have an unlimited amount of time to beat him, but oh my goodness, it's hard. He has a crap ton of health. This boss is more resilient than Duke Nukem's balls of steel. Also, the gold ship you have is really annoying. You see, this game is also like our Rootage, where your hitbox is a dot in the middle of your ship. But when the ship is gold, it's really, really hard to see that dot. Yeah, you do get more health, but heck, I'd prefer not getting more health and being able to see my hitbox better. It would have helped a lot. But all in all, I did enjoy this game, and that's kind of why I did a review of it anyways. I did the first few levels and I thought, this would make a good review. So I reset the game and did the game over from the beginning, recorded everything, and did my review. It has a relatively smooth difficulty curve, it's rather unique, and heck, it was just fun. Hey, I got past all 20 levels perfectly eventually. Oh, did I say 20? Right, the credits count as a level too. You have to dodge the credits. But if you can do the rest of the game perfectly, that'll be a cakewalk. Why did I call it a cakewalk anyways? Walking on cake sounds like a pain in the butt. A walk in the park. There we go, that makes more sense. So, if a mix between our Rootage and Gitaroo Man, if it took place almost entirely in a rave club, sounds good to you, give this one a try. You can find it on either Newgrounds or on Congregate. Oh, and it even has a 2-player mode if you have a second person around. Though for some reason the second player can use the mouse and the first player can't. I don't see why the first player doesn't have that option, but oh well. This is Tanara Kuranov signing out, and I have harnessed the power of rock to defeat my foes. Or the power of dubstep, or something. But I don't have a clever one-liner this time. Next time, YouTube. Next time. Well, couldn't think of a clever one-liner, but finished with that review. I can't believe I thought about going on like this. I look like a retarded Jet Set Radio Future character. And to think this was going to be for a Takato cosplay. Wait, what are you still doing here? Yeah, you. The review's over. Get out! What, you still want to see another video? You know... Oh, come on! The power went out. Well, you want to see another video still. Fine. You know what? I was testing video editors. I made this little thing. So roll it. Roll. Okay, you want an effect. Sony Vegas, do your magic.
Here we go.